Hey, it's still the 20th of December. What time is it? It's 10:32. It's late at night. I was about ready to hit the sack, and then it just overcame me. The idea that I need to explain this kinetic energy that I have, which essentially is just Jay's energy that has how can I layered on top of my own energy to produce what I call a physiokinetic energy skill, not ability, but skill. I can't control this stuff. It's all over the place, and there's a correlation between the science, the two sciences that are involved with my skill. That is the quantum entanglement spooky connection, which I can do to project the shape of my hand, American Sign Language here, thus the reason why I've entitled my channel Telepathy for the Deaf Blind, but also polarity. Talked about this book. What is this? Book 2. I don't think you can get this free off of archive.org anymore. Here's book 1. And to be honest with you, this stuff, you got to be a brainiac to go through this stuff. And I just look at the pictures, and I get the ideas of where the heck, I'm going. Polarity dominates everything I'm doing these days, as if it parallels something like the cables being connected to a car battery, the leads coming together because there's a conflict in the positive and negative uh, energy there. The cables heat up, they can break apart, the cells in the battery can explode or go dead. When I'm taking my energy, that nowadays it's all over the place. Depending on the light of the day, the background, I see this stuff, and it's more or less streaming out in whites and grays, actually shades of gray, and then I see what would I call it? A distortion of the air, which is absent of these colors. And I see it now, and I see it on top of the aura I have, which is transparent. A messenger. Essentials have transparent uh, auras. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, actually. Um, so, what I'm driving at is, if anything, in all the videos that I'm producing, and you happen to look at this particular video, this is the main theme. This is a summation of what can be done to be part of your metaphysical profile. That is being able to project your energy and to articulate it in ways that produce results in the body. I heal myself with this stuff when I direct it in certain ways at my body, or I also inadvertently cause uh, um, not only I'm gonna I want to say pain, but I, I I create things in my body that aren't normal. I don't know. I haven't thought that through correctly. It's like that idea I presented in another video that I had to give up walking, as an exercise. I'm 72 years old. I got to keep exercising, right? I gave up walking because my arms would swing back and forth to my sides. But as I was doing that, the energy coming off my hands were affecting my knees and my back. And it's like, I could never figure out for the longest time why I always felt like crap. I come back and it's like my knee was dislocated or something. It's because I was pointing my energy. So now I've got a stationary cycle that I can use to exercise. But understanding that just inherently, innately, we have this energy, even at low ebb, it affects us and we respond to it. Oh, you may find yourself going, oh, I think I'm going to have a heart attack. Freaking polarity. Well, I should say that with reservation because you may be having a heart attack, and but you get my drift, right? Throughout my entire freaking day, my body's going through all these torrents of feeling, and I'm attuned to it, and I basically dismiss this stuff because I know why this stuff is coming. So I know, for example, that I articulate my hand. I'm creating frequencies that are picked up by my body somewhere. Doesn't have to actually be in the direction that my hand is pointing. It could be up here. It could be over there. But I know that to avoid those feelings just that arise, again, it's the feelings that are like conflict feelings, or the conflict you find between the positive and negative leads of a battery, um, of battery cables, right? That's the way I view it. So I'm just making connection like those battery cable leads are doing, with my hand pointed at my knee here or my foot, and I just move on. I just change the stuff. I change the direction of my hands, and the thing I hate the most is when I go to sleep at night. I got to be real careful and where I place my arms, my hands, because every time I place the hands on top of my chest, this energy expands the cavity of my chest, and it feels weird. It took me years to figure this out. What's that all about? But it's heating up. That's what it's doing. Is this energy? Jay's energy is heating up the viscera and the fluids and the organs inside my body, and sometimes one pillow doesn't do. I got to put two pillows on them. They're stacked like that. You know, and it used to be that I would point my hands while in bed down directly at my feet, and having peripheral neuropathy, which basically, if you're not familiar with it, it's pain. You got to look it up. It's, um, on the internet and see what it's all about. But in my case, it's just the pain that arose from pointing my fingers in the direction of my feet was just, it was freaking tough, man. And I found, in fact, I should show this right now. Waste the money right here. You see that? If you've got diabetes, you're probably going to have peripheral neuropathy. And this is built by Rebuilder Medical Incorporated. Freaking $1,000. Don't buy it. $1,000. I got it off of eBay for, I don't know, $350. Somebody wanted to get rid of it. Well, good riddance to that. Over time, I learned how to feel my way through my feet, direct my energy, and to rebuild the nerves. And now I I hardly feel the strong peripheral neuropathy that used to be in my feet. So rather than spending $1,000 on this rebuilder medical physical thing, and by the way, what that device does is it puts out 7.23 hertz of vibration, of frequency, that your feet are supposed to respond to and help rebuild the nerves in your feet. Well, I've just done that automatically with pointing my energy at my feet. It took me a long time. Well, it's taken me 2 years maybe, and it's okay. It just feels like a comfortable vibration. So I visualize the nerves. I visualize green. I don't know. Yeah, you'd think that you'd have to visualize red for the vessels, but I just visualize green like it's a go. It's a go signal. And if I'm telling you, if you experience peripheral neuropathy, you know how painful it can be. It's like you can barely walk at times. But now I don't even give it a second thought. In fact, here's another thing I do. This is freaking awesome, man. I cross my legs when I'm sitting like in my lazy boy chair here, and I take my feet, and you can barely see that, right? I just massage my feet and let my hands project the energy in there and visualize. For me, it's green, the color green, and it works. So, I'm watching TV, I'm watching PBS here, a special on TV, and I just sit here like this and massage it, and it works over time. Ta-da! Anyway, um, if I can remember the place where I left off when I was talking, guess it doesn't matter here, this late at night. But I continually learn things about the frequencies that I can manipulate and um, express. And I've already talked about how I took this energy and I was trying to heal my friend Ed Cushman with it. I placed my hands over his head. He went to sleep right away, which when he woke up later, he couldn't believe happened. But I put him in the hospital. It's too much energy. So, he was screaming. So, I drove him to the hospital, and they don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened to him. I just gave him too much of this physio, like in physiology, right? Physio-kinetics. If any of you out there have a better term to use, let me know. I'll use it. Physio, in a way, has that kind of a weird tinge to it. But anyway, yeah, every day I'm growing. The energy gets more intensive, and I feel like I'm an X-Man living in an X-File world. Isn't that weird? Because this energy, I equate energy, the word energy, the same as frequency, and I interchange them. The frequencies and energy that is building in me, and it's creating this field around me, and it makes me feel like, oh, I could take on the world, man. I'm an X-Man now, and this is the kind of stuff that the young folks would really like. Me, I just, you get used to feeling this stuff too all the time. Like Jay says about his own abilities. Those times when he's in his office and he's talking to Deanna in the other room and mentally, and then he's talking to his ET friend, and then he's talking to the birds chirping up a storm outside his window there, and then he's talking to us. He's doing all this stuff and at once, and he turns to his audience here and he says, I get so used to it, it's nothing. Well, it's like this for me, I get so used to this stuff, and I just go with the flow and see where it's going. Now, I hope it just doesn't turn into something weird in the long run. I think I said in my last video, I might get the sequence of them uh, mixed up when I post them tomorrow, which is Saturday on YouTube. But what was I going to say? I'm losing it. Folks, I'm getting old, man. I swear to God. Swear to Gaia is the way to say it, not swear to God. Swear to Gaia. I'm losing it. So ever you see me jumping around, and I get distracted and lead into something else, talking about something else when I should be focused. It's it's me getting older. So not to dwell on that stuff, which I always tend to do, right? I'm really hard on myself. I want everybody to walk away from this video realizing that they have this ability to articulate their frequencies in ways that can be beneficial as well as complicating. Perhaps some of you are looking for a way to heal yourself, and you can watch all these videos of healing hands and quantum healing you want, but you never will hear them talking about articulating frequencies. You'll never hear them talking about, and these are good people that are doing these healing protocols, by the way, um, you'll never hear them talk about the total body. How do I articulate it? I cannot walk away from my body being in complete vibration all the time. And that this energy, I can't stop this energy from emitting from my hands and my arms now. It's coming out. I can feel the difference going through the clothes. Actually, that's another topic I need to talk about. Oh, go. What time is it? I'm 15, 16 minutes here. I can't turn this stuff off, and it gets to be annoying. It's too much. So I think you younger folks, if you're cranked up and can cultivate this stuff, this energy in you, you'll be okay. But for the older folks, we just want a restful, peaceful life. We don't need it, all the problems that come about, as well as the good stuff from having this ability. So um, there's always more to say. I got to keep these videos short. Uh, Whatever I think I didn't say in this video, I'll relate or convey in the future. What? Anyway, I'm losing it. It's really. I was about ready to say something, huh? I'll say it next time around. But don't ever forget this stuff. You got to have an understanding of where this stuff can lead. And if you learn to grow it inside of yourself, I guess. Um, anyway, I'm going to head on. So be good, and be good. And I will come back with more videos. I'm going to get a little bit more technical in the future. I want to compare my primal therapy experience with a DNA ICUC. They're both the same. And I have to explain that in the most intricate detail. If Jay were to hear me say this, he probably would shake his head, but no. I've gone through the experience that basically taught me how to feel in primal therapy, and from that experience, it has helped me tremendously in going through the development of my DNA ICUC crank up. See you guys, okay? Here we go. Stop. Stop.